Hello and welcome to the first episode of a series that I like to call Let's See If We Can Make a Solo Board Game. Now, I am a massive fan of solo board games. It's a recent rabbit hole that I've fallen down. I really like the Cartographer's game. You should check that one out. I got this one for Christmas, Next Stop Tokyo, which I'm sort of learning a bit. It's not what I thought it was, but I really like this little pocket one, Sprawlopolis. And these three have got me thinking whether I can make a solo board game. I don't want it to be cards. I want it to be a physical thing because I think that would be really cool. And I would like it to be strategy based. Something pocket size, like Sprawlopolis. I like the size of this. You can take it anywhere with you just to play. So it has to be small, it has to be strategy based, it has to be a physical thing, but no cards. And I've printed out a prototype. Now I saw other people experimenting with this sort of thing, and I would like it to be like a handheld thing. I've made it space themed because I like to brand things with rockets, so it's going to be space themed, and sort of have like a handheld radar thing that you can sort of move around ships to destroy enemies. And this is it here. This is Mark 1 prototype. I'm holding it at a weird angle so the dice doesn't fall out. Already, having printed it and having it in my hands, I instantly know the problems it's got. I know what improvements could be made for Mark 2. But yeah, prototype number 1. It's got a dice holder here, so we can generate random numbers. It's got wheels to spin, and I'll show you in a moment in more detail what they do. They basically track values. I did think about spinning them to generate numbers, but I kind of I designed them a bit more stiffer so that they don't spin as freely, so they're great for keeping track of values throughout the game. I've done pegs. Now I would like these to be actual pieces like ships and planets and enemy craft, but for the time being they're just simple pegs that go into the pegboard. The pegboard, as you can see, is a 4x5 grid, and I wanted to keep it nice and tight, but already I think it's a little bit too tight. I've got all the rules worked out, but I just think that play area is just a little bit too tight. You'll notice that it's open-ended. Can you see? So whilst it's predominantly a solo game that you can play by yourself, if you had two and sort of link them together, you can then battle it out between each other. So it's a solo game, but we can easily convert it to a two-player game. And this is what I really want to explore. Really want to explore. So you can practice your strategies with your solo games before going into battle with a player 2. Anyway, this is my first prototype. I'm going to call it something like Sector Assault or something cool like that. But yeah, we'll call it Sector Assault for the time being. And this is how I made the first prototype of Sector Assault. Hey, it's me again. So in that last snippet, you saw me playtesting it. And as I mentioned at the start, I've already learned a huge amount of where the game goes wrong and the improvements that I could make. No matter how many notes and rules that you put down and you think you've got it in your head, by the time you've actually built it and start playing it, it soon becomes apparent that there are flaws in the logic. But yeah, it's evolving every time, and I'm going to take you on this journey about how I take it from the very basic concept through to a finished product, polished product. So yeah, I'm going to keep refining the rules, and at some point I'd like you guys to help test it. There are a couple of gaming cafes in my area, so I'm going to approach them when the time is right to get people to test it and provide feedback on it. But yeah, this is Sector Assault, and I am going to go back and give it another play, and stay tuned for a revised prototype. Like and subscribe if you want to follow. Please comment if you have any ideas or whether you've tried to make your own and the hurdles and difficulties that you came across. I'd be really interested to know, because my list of difficulties and hurdles is growing quite quickly, but I'd be interested to see how other people managed to overcome these difficulties that I'm currently facing. But yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in part 2. Take care now. Bye bye.